Pratik.
Professor Turner, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 College of Marin and Umoja graduation. We're so glad that you could be here. My name is Professor Walter Turner. I'm the coordinator of the College of Marin Umoja program. Coordinator is somewhat of a fancy word because basically my job is to keep all the brilliant minds of the Umoja faculty and the Umoja staff in check. They have a new idea every day, and so that's kind of what the coordinator does. You'll hear from our team today, and you'll see some slides, and you'll also hear from some of our Umoja graduates. We're very, very proud that we are graduating 16 Umoja students this year. That's the most that we've ever done, but it's not really in the numbers. It's in the fact that we're ensuring that African-American students, that students are getting to the College of Marin, that they're transferring, they're graduating, and they're moving off on with their dreams. Umoja actually is a key Swahili word from East Africa, and Umoja means unity. When we greet each other in the Umoja community, we say Swabona. Swabona actually is in the Zulu, which is a Bantu society. The Bantu are a language group of people that expand from West Africa, move into East Africa, Central Africa, and down into Southern Africa. And the Zulu, of about 12 million people who currently speak the Zulu language, when they greet each other, they say Swabona. Essentially, it means, I see you. If you're traveling in West Africa, where my family is, and you're in Senegal, and you're meeting and greeting people, you say Nyongadef. But when you greet, you look people in their eyes. It's a serious greeting. If you're in East Africa at times, you'll say Jambo if you're in the country of Kenya. So Swabona, by just the word, means we see you. But what Swabona means culturally is, I see you. You are important to me. You are three-dimensional. You are part of my community. Your life matters. We've heard those words a lot over the last few weeks and the last few years. So when we're saying Swabona, we're saying that we see you. You have dimension. You have agency. Your life matters. All of us here today have been directly impacted by the trauma and the events that we've seen over the last few weeks. That makes it even more important that we're here celebrating today. We're celebrating our young people and we're celebrating our communities. We want to take this particular day, this Umoja 2020 graduation, to savor this special moment and let all of our students know, let all of our support team know on the campus and off campus, mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers and friends and people who gave you a ride and people who helped you with finances when didn't like you were going to make it. We want to let you know that we're proud of you and we're glad that our paths has crossed. So welcome to the 2020 Umoja graduation ceremony. It was many years ago that myself and Professor Renetta Early met with Dr. David Wayne Kuhn to discuss building an Umoja program at the College of Marin. And I remember that he was very attentive, that one of his first requests was that could we set up a meeting with another person who was involved with Umoja at Chabot, and we did that. He came to our campus and he talked and met with myself and Professor Early and Dr. Kuhn. And throughout these years, Dr. Kuhn has pledged his support and he's kept his word. His office has always been open to our team. He has been key as a part of an administrative culture at the College of Marin that knows the value of Umoja, not only for our African American students, for all of our students, and for our community. In some senses, in the Umoja community, we would say that Dr. Kuhn is Umojified. He rarely misses any of our events, and we want to take this particular occasion to thank him publicly for his support at the ground level, at this level, and ongoing with Umoja. Sometimes it's easier at the beginning when it's just an idea, but as Umoja has grown and formed itself, we've always been able to count on Dr. Kuhn. So please welcome Dr. David Wayne Kuhn, the Superintendent President of the Marin Community College District. Welcome, Dr. Kuhn.
Thank you, Walter. Good evening, everyone. It's a privilege to be with you all this evening. I noted that we are joined by a number of our esteemed trustees, and I'd like to invite you to look in the gallery to see who's there, but you might see the names of Tannenberg, Trainer, O'Brien, Conti, Crow, and Long, and Cranenberg as well as Tannenberg. So I want to just take a moment to thank the trustees for their service to the district on all of our behalf. We had them in a retreat this morning for 3.5 hours, so we're glad that they're here this evening as well. I'd like to begin my remarks by taking a moment to thank the Umoja family of staff and faculty. You guys always do a tremendous job, but you have gone above and beyond this year, and in particular these last few months, to ensure our students had the support they needed to successfully attain their educational goals and to be with us this evening. So I want to say to you, each of you, the Umoja family of staff and faculty, that I value and appreciate you now more than ever. So I'm going to give you a round of applause myself and say thank you and invite you all to join me in that applause. While we are here to celebrate your accomplishments this evening, I would be woefully remiss as a president of this college if I didn't take a few moments to acknowledge the tumultuous and challenging times that have besieged us. COVID-19. As of today, the virus has infected over 1.8 million people and has tragically taken the lives of over 106,000 people nationwide. This has been a crisis for us all, but it's also been a crisis of injustice, as the virus has disproportionately impacted people of color, and specifically the Black and African American communities in our nation. While we wait for vaccines and ultimately a cure, I hope you are taking the appropriate precautions to keep you and your families safe and healthy. Racial injustice. I want to express my heartfelt support for our Black and African American students and employees. I want to acknowledge your pain. We care about your well-being as we navigate this awful period in our history. Please know that we are here for you and encourage you to reach out and let us know how we can support you. For our non-Black and African American community members, and most especially the white community, I encourage you to use your voices to support movements for Black and racial justice. We must recognize that our silence and inaction perpetuates anti-Blackness. We must educate ourselves and do better for one another. We must do better for one another. So let's get down to the business of this evening's celebration. I now wish to acknowledge the class of 2020, this year's graduates and transfer students. I am so proud of what you have accomplished, especially given all of the extra challenges that have been placed in your path over the past few months. While you may have had help and support along the way, which we all did, you have reached this point through your own hard work, grit, and determination. And for that, I applaud you, and I know that we all applaud you. While some of you may be leaving us, I want you to know that you will always be welcome at the College of Marin. We look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to hearing of your many, many successes. Now, for those students who aren't quite finished, we look forward to welcoming you back this summer and next fall, whether it be virtually or otherwise. And I'll tell you, if we don't see you, we're going to come find you, because we want to make sure that you also continue on this journey that you've begun with us and that you complete, and we're celebrating your success this time next year. So in conclusion, let me just say to each of our students and employees, please know that I stand by you. I stand with you and I stand for you so that we may all stand together. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Kuhn. Thank you so very, very much for being here. And again, thank you for your consistent support. Your door has always been open. And believe me, that has made a major difference in terms of how we've been able to grow Umoja. I'd like to welcome at this time one of our most favorite people in Umoja. I'm very honored that they could be here today. Um, when we think about Katrina King, who is the regional Umoja coordinator, one word comes to mind, one phrase comes to mind, and that is Katrina King gets it. Um, it's a blessing to have someone as your team manager that understands your style and respects your leadership. Katrina not only has exhibited to us the administrative leadership, but she's had the personal skills, the communication skills, the vision for where we want to go with building an Umoja community. And she's not only responsible just for the College of Marin, she has a number of other campuses that she's in charge of. And we almost joke at times with Katrina, because whenever we have an event, she's there. She was there for Dr. Kenneth Coakley, the mental health discussions. She was with us at the Young Museum when they looked at the Soul of a Nation. She's come over to our high school events. In some sense, we feel like every time we look around that Katrina has an office somewhere on the College of Marin, but she has made a major difference. And I wanted Katrina just to take a moment just to say a few words. We're so glad that she could be here in person.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction. I am just so happy and grateful to be able to be here just to offer these words of encouragement and support to our Umoja COM graduates this year. This time, it's a time in the world around us seems to be in an uproar from a number of things, from both COVID-19 all the way through the continuing tragedies that we see faced in our Black community. But I just say to the students, to the grads, for one, give yourself permission during this time to just celebrate yourself, your accomplishments, your achievements, all the things that you've done. Embrace your family and all of the support that has been offered to you, and just permission to push some of those notebooks aside for a moment and just take a moment to actually just breathe in the breath of your accomplishments and achievements and rediscover your why and your just commitment to excellence as a Black person in this.
And I think we may have lost Katrina. We'll wait just a second here.
Umoja staff there, and also to the administration. Thank you for just your continuing support and for remaining both intentional and deliberate to just make sure that the students know that they are pursuing their education with a sense of purposefulness. So I'm so proud of you all, and on behalf of Umoja statewide, thank you all for just continuing to exemplify Black excellence in all that you do. Thank you all.
Thank you, Katrina.
Renata, can you unmute your mic, please? Sorry about that. Hugh might have to start over.
Okay, so I'll start over again. Am I being heard?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Professor Renetta Early, one of the two counselors in the Umoja program, who has had the good fortune of working with our Umoja students. I have the pleasure of introducing two of those students as our graduate student speaker. Our first student is Miss Malika Smith. She has been an Umoja student for over 3 years, and 3 of those years, Malika has been one of our valued student assistants. Also, Malika has assisted with the coordination of our Women to Women group. We meet every other week, and she's been helping us coordinate that for the past 2 years. She is an honor student, a member of Alpha, Gamma, Sigma, and Phi Theta Kappa honor societies. She's an elected member of ASCOM. Malika started College of Marin as an EOPS student, and as one of her counselors, I have had the pleasure of assisting her through her educational journey here at College of Marin. Malika is graduating with her Associates of Arts degree, transfer degree in Communication Studies, and is transferring to University California, Davis this fall, and is a recipient of one of our EOPS scholarships. Everyone, Miss Malika Smith.
Malika, can you turn your video on, please, and your audio? Thank you.
My audio's on, but the host has to turn on my video.
Can you try again? Thank you
Yep.
very much.
I'm here. Hi, everyone. First, I want to congratulate the class of 2020. We did it in the unfortunate circumstances that we had to face this semester, but we did it. So I want to congratulate everyone on your hard work. You are all true leaders, and I'm so grateful that I got to know every single one of you. Secondly, I want to thank the Umoja community and team. You guys have been my family away from home, and I'm so grateful that I got to see firsthand on how you guys advocate for your students and how much you love us, and I appreciate you guys so much. Lastly, I want to thank my queen in crime, Leah Lara. We found Umoja together 3 years ago as 2 lost high school students not knowing our place on campus, and now we're graduating Umoja together. So I'm so grateful to have had you on my journey as a friend and as a sister. And yes, so thank you once again, and congratulations, class of 2020. You are all such amazing souls, and I'm so appreciative to be here to celebrate with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Malika. We wish you success in all your future endeavors, and we'll truly miss you and expect you to stay in touch. Forever, forwards ever, backwards never. Now, I would like to introduce our second graduate speaker, Mr. Daou Anderson Zafir. Has been a student in Umoja for over 3 years, a valued student assistant, and with the initiation of his RPGers Anonymous Club, he remains with Umoja as our most valued, amazingly talented volunteer. He tirelessly shares his multimedia talents, technology skills as a tutor with the Umoja team, and as a matter of fact, he is assisting others behind the scenes, ensuring our first graduation Zoom production runs smoothly. As a multimedia and physics major, a father of 2 amazing children, and returning student after a hiatus of nearly 20 years, we celebrate Daoud tonight as a graduate student receiving his Associates of Science degree in Multimedia Studies with an entertainment specialty, and a recipient of an EOPS scholarship. While at College of Marin, Daoud has also been involved in many other activities. EOPS student, an honor student, a member of both the Alpha, Gamma, Sigma, and Phi Theta Kappa. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Honor Society. He is the president of the RPGers Anonymous Club, a member of College of Marin's track and field team, and a meditation instructor. After completing his courses to transfer, Daou intends to pursue degrees in both astrophysics and aerospace engineering at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Ultimately, Daou hopes to start his own company, creating video, games, and graphic novels that help inspire people to the more altruistic aspects of humanity and to teach them the terminology that they need to seek greater spiritual learning in life. As one of his counselors, EOPS counselors, Umoja counselors, I've had the pleasure of assisting him through his educational journey here at College of Marin. Everyone, Mr. Daou Anderson Zafir.
Renata, we have a little technical problem with the wood. Can we move to Jalen first since he's here? And once the wood is here, he'll give his remarks, please.
Okay. Troy's doing that.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Troy Stevenson, the other Umoja counselor. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting Mr. Jalen Chandler. For those of you that don't know Jalen, he's one of the student athletes on the school's basketball team for the last 2 years. He and the other Umoja student athletes, which I believe there's 10 graduating tonight between basketball and men's soccer, have been a huge part of the Umoja family's success the last couple of years. They bring so much positive energy and life into our Umoja village. They have been helped us and supported getting guest speakers on campus and doing different jobs and events during that time, as well as participating in research as the college designs new buildings. They have been extremely active, and while managing their academics, team obligations, part-time employment, family roles and duties, and social life. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jalen Chandler.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can, Jalen. Go ahead.
Can't see my face.
We cannot.
No, we can't, Jalen. But go right ahead, Jalen.
Okay, first, my name is Jalen Chandler. I was a student athlete here at College of Marin. Played on the basketball team for 2 years. And it was a little hard juggling school and sports, but I'm glad I had the Umoja program here to help me along the way. The program here at Umoja at College of Marin is top tier. They have a lot of resources. I'm glad I actually got to be a part of the program. People like Troy, who actually has a lot of resources, and just not just him in particular, but other teachers such as Ms. France and others, and Mr. Turner, who I had. And it was a great program because it just showed me a lot of new ways to think of college as beyond just school and as, a way of life. So I'm very grateful to be in the program. I'm very happy to be graduating, Black graduate, and hopefully transferring on to SF State to continue my educational career there. But like I'm saying, Umoja has just been a great program. All of the resources, the food, obviously, being a student athlete, going in between class, getting a quick bite, even before school, after school, just having a place to, relax, debrief, talk to some of my teammates, friends, teachers. And it's a great place to be. And I'm glad that I was being a part of it. I hope it continues to thrive as it goes to the new building. And I'll forever learn and keep all the things I've learned from the program in my memory as I go on into college and into life. So like I said, I'll thank the Umoja program for that.
Jalen, thank you Thank you so very, very much. We're still going to be waiting for Daoud to get in. And in the meantime, we're going to begin to acknowledge the Umoja class of 2020. And we'll walk through and we'll begin the conferring of the specific degrees. Both are Umoja counselors who we're very blessed to have. They are the heart and soul of the Umoja community. It seems like at times graduating might be easy, but it's not. And they really put in the work. So our two counselors, Professor Early and Professor Stevenson, will walk us through the 2020 Umoja graduates.
Franco Bearfield, associate's degree in social and behavioral sciences. Ethan Battistini, social behavioral science associate's degree, attending Whittier College in the fall. Jalen Chandler, associate of arts degree in social behavioral science, attending San Francisco State University in the fall. Malik Gaiden, associate of arts in social behavioral science, attending UC Berkeley in the fall. Tyler Sims, associate of arts in social behavioral science, actually returning in the fall to continue his next year in men's basketball team. Rakia White, associate of arts to transfer in sociology, as well as associate of arts in social behavioral science, and attending UC Berkeley next year. Dawood Anderson Zafir, associate of science in multimedia studies, focus in entertainment.
Renata, can you unmute yourself? Sorry.
Sorry about that. So we would now like to acknowledge our Umoja students who are receiving their AAT Associates of Arts and Transfer degrees. Leah Laura Dominguez, she's transferring to UC Santa Cruz, and she graduated with a major in sociology. Joseph Ndugu, as Associates of Arts, Transfer Economics, transferring to San Francisco State University. Oh, wait a second. Partik Sunder, AAT in Psychology, transferring UC Davis. Malika Smith, an AAT Communication Studies, UC Davis. Dominic Valentine, AAT Psychology, San Diego State. Rodwell J.R. Cut Calvin, an Associates of Science, transfer Business Administration, UC Riverside. Carrie Chan Zip, Associates of Science, transfer Business Administration. Alfonso Muri, Associates of Science, transfer Business Administration, Texas Southern University. Odessa Forkrkus, majoring in computer science, transferring to Humboldt State. On behalf of the Umoja program at the College of Marin, we congratulate you. As a graduate in 2020, you have demonstrated incredible resilience, grit, determination, and fortitude.
I think we're still waiting for Daoud. Is Daoud in? If Daoud is not in, we're going to move forward with asking President Superintendent Dr. David Wade Kuhn to confer the degrees. Dr. Kuhn.
Fantastic. This is the fun part. By order of the Board of Trustees and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon the candidates the Associates in Arts degree, Associates in Science degree, Associates in Arts transfer degree, Associates in Science transfer degree, and admit them to the honors, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto. I also recognize the students who have completed course requirements for acceptance and transfer. Congratulations.
Well,
We've got Daoud, so we're going to go to Daoud now. Daoud, before we go to Professor France. Daoud, we're waiting to hear from you.
Professor Turner, if I may speak for one moment,
Sure.
Daoud, please, Daoud, you may be hearing me. Please log out completely and then use another email address to join the meeting. You should be allowing. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to keep moving here. We're going to wait. We definitely want to hear from Daoud. We're so blessed to have Malika and to have Jalen and others as part of this program. And we want to wait and hear from Daoud. He's really been, as I think Troy mentioned, and Renetta and Professor Early and Professor Stevenson have noted, our student assistants have really been at the core of making Umoja go. It's nice that we have many faculty. For those of you who don't know at this point, Umoja approximately has about, maybe about 16 people. We have a number of staff, about 9 to 10 staff. We also have about 4 to 5 student assistants, but even larger than that, we have people all across the campus, people such as Patrick and IT, such as Nicole in communications, Shook. We have so many people that give us a Sadiqa, Becky and EOPS. So we're really a big and growing family, and hopefully we'll have more and more people be joining with us. Waiting to see if Daoud is going to join with us in a moment, and we'll wait another second here if he can call in. Yeah, it has been, I think, as the students have mentioned, our speakers, it's been quite a semester for all of us at College of Marin, and the fact that we've been able to make it through is really an accomplishment. I guess at times it's easy to think about during these very difficult times to think about stopping, but we've been very purposeful. I do want to thank, while we're on the line, I do want to thank D'Artagnan Connor, who, again, through the graces of the administrative offices of Vice President Eldridge and President Kuhn, has been doing our administrative work. As soon as the campus went into a shutdown mode, D'Artagnan worked and called and texted and worked and called and texted all the students. So we made sure that we had access to everyone. And so it's one of those pieces that really makes a difference. I'm checking to see, has Daoud logged in with us at this point? Okay.
I don't see him.
Is Daoud there?
No, Walter, I don't see him. We can go ahead with Paddy and maybe
Okay,
if
why
he
don't we
joins.
go ahead with Professor France. Professor France, thank you so much for being here.
All right, congratulations, everyone. I'm so proud of everyone. I saw a number of names that I've had in my classroom, and I'm so proud of you. You're a reason why I teach in my classroom. So to continue with the tradition of Walter Turner, so on behalf of the Umoja program at College of Marin, here is an African proverb. Knowledge is like a garden. If it's not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. Congratulations.
We're working on getting Daoud. It might just be a minute. How about we, it would be great if we could see our graduates.
Okay, so on your screens, you should be able to see our graduate. There's a couple of other people there I should mention while we have you on the screen. You can see Bonnie, Professor Borenstein, who's working with Umoja, Professor Crawford, who's working with Umoja, Professor Craver, who's also working with Umoja. You can see Nigel Hakens, who has been very instrumental in the Compass program. You can see Dean Hirsch, who's been essential. We can't thank her enough for her advocacy. And you see some of the other students. You can see Tyler Sims on there, who's going to be moving forward. You can see Antonio Cucciara, who is with SMN, who has been with Umoja, has played a central role. You can see a photo there of D'Artagnan Connor. So many people who make a difference. Katrina King, you can see there also. And thanks Mina so much for giving us a hand. And we especially want to thank the Board of Trustees of College of Marin and Vice President Eldridge. We know that these are not easy times, and you haven't wavered in your support. I see Malik there. Malik will be attending UC Berkeley. So many different faces here that have made a difference in the success of Umoja. We know most of these young men and some of the young women from coming into the breakfast that we have every Tuesday and Thursday morning in the Umoja Village. And the new Umoja Village actually is going to be over in PV1. So we're looking forward to people support. I think we see, I saw Keith Rosenthal. Keith is with the Advancement Office and has really been putting in the hard work to make sure that Umoja goes forward and that we're able to be sustained. And all of these make a difference. They have a phrase in Africa, it takes a village to raise a child, and it certainly does. Did Daoud show up at this point?
Yeah, so I have Daoud. We've connected over video chat. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to allow him to give his presentation. Congrats to everybody.
Good, are we live?
Yep.
Oh, very good. Hello, everyone. It's been trials and tribulations to get here today, but I'm really glad that I made it. Professor Early gave me a wonderful introduction, and I apologize I wasn't here for that. But let me start off by thanking those of you whose work has allowed me to be here. That includes Professor Walter Turner, Dean Tanya Hirsch, Professor Renetta Early, Professor Troy Stevenson, Nikisha Dyer, and of course now my great colleague, Colleen Myhall. And also I want to thank all of my Umoja colleagues and the whole Umoja community just here and across the state of California. And without all of you in this journey, I want to say that being a returning student, it would be like a slow crawl through a vast desert. So I appreciate you so much. So let me just jump in and say, yesterday I spoke about each person being a reflection for every other person they interact with. And today I want to reflect. I want to actually come from the heart and say to you that there are a few key things that I'd like to share from what I've learned, both as a returning student and an Umoja scholar. Some of us on this academic journey take a different period of time than others, than the average, I should say. And I've been here at COM for 3 years. And in that time, I've taken a lot of classes and I've made a lot of pivots on the path to get to where I stand, or in this case, sit today. And for a time, I really felt ashamed of that. and like I wasn't meeting some sort of academic standard of achievement. And my time in Umoja, talking with faculty and friends, and that helped me change my thinking. So key idea number one that I want to share with you is you are doing what you can when you can, and never be ashamed of the time that it takes you to accomplish what you have with the abilities that you have, right? So many people who witnessed me in Umoja have probably seen me as like this quiet observer sitting at a table with my laptop in front of me doing all my multimedia work. And I say little to those who don't engage with me first. But Umoja is safe space for all of those of us who call it home, and we feel comfortable to unwind there. And so while we're out there in the world, kind of putting on a face or a front, or watching our backs, or trying to be what other people ask us to be, or trying to be what other people need us to be, or even look to us for inspiration for them to be, I want you to remember this next key thing. Find safe space and be gentle with yourself, right? When you're out in the world and you're working hard to be whatever you want to be, chances are you're working for someone. You're someone you love or someone you respect. Maybe it's your mom or your pops or a daughter or a son or a lover or a mentor, and whoever inspired you to do what you really wanted, right? So we as human beings often neglect giving the same regard to ourselves, either because we can't see ourselves clearly or so when, not if, when you find safe space and you learn to be gentle with yourself, cherish others, because our relationships are both mirrors for ourselves and guides. And so lastly, I've heard it said that friends are a balm to soothe life's pains. And I want to say that unity creates miracles and defies disasters. Do what you can when you can. Find safe space and be gentle with yourself. Cherish unity and family, and go make Umoja in this world. Thank you.
Okay, so we want to bring everybody up, and we want to yell our congratulations, to do our virtual thank you. So why don't we do that now and bring it into this spectacular program at the end of a very difficult semester. But everybody's up on screen, and could Nino, could you lead us in the congratulations charge, please? Is everybody open? We don't have any balloons and cotton candy, but Yay!
Yeah, congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, everybody.
Nina, take down the slide. Take down the slide.
Sure.
There you go.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congrats.
2020.
Super proud of you. Congrats.
Okay.
Yeah, well, can we get everybody? Do we have all the grass up?
Yes.
No.
Thank you. Thank you so much for attending, and we will see you next year. We will not be seeing you on Zoom. We'll be live and in person, and President Kuhn is going to guarantee that for us, okay? Thank you so much, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.